great.
Well, that's good. And what did you do today? How was your week? I haven't seen you the whole week. How's your week?
My week was great. So I went to school like normal, and I was so tired that I cried before I went to school, and that's my pretty much.
You cried? Aw, that sometimes happens. But how was school once you got there? It was better?
Yes. It was better.
That's good. All right, good. Do you have anything planned for this weekend?
I'm going to go to Universal. Well, I'm going to go to Universal tomorrow, so I gotta so therefore I gotta finish my homework. And it's
that's so awesome, though.
It's in Universal.
You like Universal, like the theme park, Universal Studios?
Yeah, it's not the City Walk.
All right, very nice. I ran a race last Sunday. I'll show you. So I ran a mountain race. So here I went across I was number 5. I look very happy there, but I was not happy. That was really hard. So it was 11.5 kilometers of like this. I didn't take this picture. Wow. This is something else, but yeah, I couldn't walk down the stairs for like 3 days. Down the stairs. But it was fun. I went with my family. So, yeah, it was good. So that was my last Sunday. After we had our lesson, and then I drove. So that was it. Nothing else happened. Lots of ballet. I have a new teacher. He's very strict. All right. So I hope you have fun. What are you most excited about Universal?
Probably just buying stuff and like doing theme park rides.
Okay. You don't have you been there before? I can't remember if you said so. Have you been there before?
I've been there before, but it's just I've been there before, but just I've been there before. Just I might have forgotten to tell you, and it was when I was like 6.
Oh, okay. All right. What do you remember about it? And we'll get started.
We bought like this cat. Wait, no, it's not. It's not a cat. It's a hamster cat. No, it's just a really small yellow cat.
Okay.
So we like bought a wand. We rode a doesn't make you very super duper nauseous like roller coaster. It's in Harry Potter. And last but not least, that I remember, we also did like a Minions thing.
Oh, interesting. All right. And who are you going with tomorrow? Your mom and dad?
I think it's just my mom.
All right, good. My daughter really wants to go to Disney in Florida Disney. So I told her when my son, who's 1, is 5, because I don't want to take him to Disney when he's 1 year old. He can't go on any of the rides. It'll be difficult. He's just a bit too small. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to continue with our lesson on invaders. All right, so the sound of have them, or I wish we could press play on them and then stop it if we felt like it. Because sometimes like the B sounds are so long and just keeps going for like 30 seconds. All right, so read, match, and talk. So fix the electric circuit. So we have 3 problems, examples, and the solution. So go ahead. What's the first problem?
People invade animal habitats. For example, a turtle eating a bag. Solution: we cannot throw trash in the water.
So they're not necessarily here.
Oh.
All right. So it's not necessarily here. So we gotta match. Yes, good. Very good. All right. So people invade human and yes, good.
And by the way, I think this monkey is like mad because due to the fact that there's a giant machine trying to push him away and cut down his trees, and he's probably like really mad at this.
Yeah, exactly. So you're very, very good. So I would be mad too. He's taking away their habitat. All right. So you have the first one. People invade animal habitats. All right. Oh, no. I think you're supposed to just come up with your own solutions. All right. So let's go back then. So you did these already. So how about non-native species? Let's just do the third problem. Non-native species break the balance of an ecosystem. Let me get my pen back on. What is an example? Do you remember what we read about in the last lesson? What type of species have it? Yeah, that's very good. What was that doing? What do you remember about that plant?
It's like do. I am a happy tree. I like to just hang around under the sunlight, and I also like to get rain from the water. But one day I found a neighbor. The neighbor's name is kudzu plant. I really like to play with kudzu. Plant. We like to chat. And one day I don't know what happened. And now I'm very confused. And that's due to being insulted by my friend because my friend has put himself onto me, and it's just really weird because friends don't put themselves on each other, and I'm just really sad now because I can't get sunlight.
Okay, good. I like how you told that story. That was an interesting way. Very, very good. All right, we don't need to play these. So, balance. Go ahead.
Definition. When something isn't balanced, it is steady. Sample. If the girl keeps her balance, she will not.
Yeah, she will not fall. Very good. All right, competition.
Noun. A competition is a contest between individuals or groups over something that both sides want or need. Sample. The runners are in a competition to win the race. And to say it more precisely, I think that's kids, not runners. Kid runners. Yeah, kid runners.
Well, there's still, like, my daughter competes in running. I like competitions for running. they motivate me. Do you like competitions? Or do you get very nervous? Like, how do you feel about competing in different things?
I feel natural if we are competing. If we are competing about running, I am very nervous if we're competing about math. Well, okay, maybe it's just because, the time thing. The running doesn't have time in our school, so yeah. So I am also not super duper not nervous if we're competing English in our school, and the only reason because of that is because we have it's a little too easy in school. It's not that I think it's boring. It's just a little easy.
Okay. All right. So you need a little bit more of a challenge. Okay.
Yep.
I hate running, but my friend sent me a ballet competition, and I would never do that because it would stress me out too much. I don't enjoy competing with ballet. I think it's the same as, I don't think I'm a good runner. I win a lot, but with ballet, I'm okay, but there are so many beautiful ballerinas out there. So yeah. All right, we're gonna talk about food webs. So what is a food web?
Wait, I thought, okay, whatever. A food web is it's kind of like a food chain, but it's not just in a chain. It's not just like that. It's like bam, 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 bam. Can you help me erase that? Can you erase it?
Yeah, I can erase all that. Very good.
Thank you.
But you're right. So it consists of all the food chains. So it means we have different food chains, and it's all part of the web. So grass feeds many things. All right.
Oh. Yep.
So we make like a little spider web and noise.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Now, what does it mean, survival of the fittest? What do you think that means?
That means if you're the most strongest, you survive. It's really easy peasy. And if you're not the fittest, then you better watch out. Like if you're rabbit
Do you think it means we're just the best? Because think about humans. We're not the strongest animal, right?
Then it's smartest.
The smartest, the best. I like to say the best. The best of your species survives. You maybe don't get sick if you're strong is part of it. But some animals aren't the strongest animals, but they still survive. Like cockroaches have been around forever, but they're not strong. They've got good survival instincts. They're very difficult to kill. So why does competition among animals occur?
Because so it's maybe like for instance, it's like, oh yeah, I have one. There's a rabbit, and it's a rabbit It's a rabbit carcass, and there are.
All right, where are you going with this one?
There is a hyena fighting for it.
Okay.
And a lion fighting for it. I'm not gonna draw the rest. And they like fight with each other. They fight and fight and fight. However, the hyena is not stronger than the lion, So the hyena has to use its brain. So the hyena, if the hyena wants to get to the rabbit carcass, it has to outthink the lion. Kind of like that.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. So they're competing for the things. Now, these animals are competing for food. What else could animals compete for? Look at the pictures. What else could they possibly compete for? You've mentioned food, so that's just one thing.
Water.
Yeah, water.
Space.
What do you think the peacocks are doing? What do you think the peacocks are competing for?
They're fighting for their girlfriend.
Yes, birds have like the best like fight for girlfriends dances. There's like a whole TikTok thing on how birds dance and their feathers, and it's fun. All right, very, very good. Okay, let's go to our next one. Migration.
Okay.
All right, what is migration?
Migration is you, like, pretend you're a geese. Wait, no. Pretend you're a goose, and
Better.
you have a family. Like, this is your family. These are your family. These geese are your family. And so it's cold, and you and your family can't stay here. This is you. You and your family can't stay here. So, you and your family turn into a V shape, and fly all across the globe to like somewhere hot, like Singapore or something.
Okay. All right. So why do they fly in a V shape?
Because that's due to so it's this. So like what if so it's it like for example if it
has to do with the aerodynamics.
If one goose gets lost or something, the one on the back can help. Like you can help.
Sort of. But what happens to the air? So think of the shape of planes.
Oh yeah.
Think of the shape. Yeah. So this one has to work the hardest. It cuts through the air, and it allows these birds to fly through easier air, and they switch. They take turns being the tough one that cuts through the air. So it's the same reason why planes have a pointy nose and they're not flat. It's aerodynamic. Same reason cars are usually smooth. It's the same thing. All right, very good. Native.
Native means when living things are native to an area, they live and grow there naturally.
Very good. From many desert regions, the cactus is a native plant. So do you know any native plants or animals in your city or your area? Because it could be your province. Is there anything that's native?
Probably humans and ants. There's like a lot of ants.
Yeah.
And mosquitoes.
There is an ant. Have you ever seen a red velvet ant?
Oh yeah, those are called calculators, right?
Yeah, so it's the Desmutilla occidentalis. It's actually a type of wasp that looks like an ant, but they call it the red velvet ant. So it's super cute.
Yeah, it looks cute.
I like it, but yeah. So I mean, every one It's also called the cow killer.
Yeah, it's a
I've never
cow.
heard it called that. There's a panda. I love the panda ant. Have you seen the panda ant?
No, I never.
I know it's super cute as well. The panda ant is adorable. Look at it.
Oh yeah, panda ants are
Isn't
adorable.
that cute?
They're adorable.
They're adorable. I love the panda ant. It's super cute. All right. Anyway, so introduce. Go ahead.
Introduce. To introduce means to bring something to a place or a person for the first time.
Good. All right. So yeah, people introduced pandas from China to the world. Pandas only live and only have lived in a very small section of the planet. So China had to introduce them. All right. So now there's pandas everywhere. All right. So let's look. Imagine the numbers of native owls and snakes are decreasing rapidly. What would happen then? What might be a problem if there are no owls to eat mice and rabbits and no snakes to eat mice and rabbits? What might happen to the deer population? What might happen to the mice population? Think about what. Oops, no. Sorry, I went to use the pen. It's so touchy. So look at, they both eat grass. So what might happen?
There might be too many rabbits and too many mice and too many types of deer.
Well, let's think about first. We're not sure about what would happen to the deer, but there are a lot more rabbits and a lot more mice, and they both eat grass. So what might happen to the grass?
The
If
grass
there's a lot more rabbits and mice eating.
there will be no grass, and
Yeah. So then, if there's no grass, what might happen to deer? The deer don't have any grass left to eat.
so they die.
Yeah. So then, what happens to the wolf?
So then the wolves die.
Yeah, so everything's a balance, right? All right, we're going to continue. We'll have time to talk about that at the end. So, what is the title of our story? What do you think it's going to be about?
This is going to be about Africanized bees, starlings, a kudzu, and rabbits.
And what about them? What about them specially? Like, what might we learn about them in the environment?
Kudzu makes a death blanket for other plants. Starlings are bandits. They're like, they're robbers. They're like robbers. They're like, I will take your seeds, mother sparrow. Oh, and by the way, instead of robbing your seed, I'm gonna rob your whole house. Get out.
Yeah, like it's mine. All right, so let's go ahead and read. So, what healthy ecosystems need? So, go ahead.
Aliens are plants or animals that invade another ecosystem. A natural community of plants and animals living in balance with one another. Scientists call these aliens exotics, a word that means to come from outside. A healthy ecosystem needs a variety of organisms and a balance between predators and prey. Alien invaders can upset the balance of an ecosystem and threaten it.
All right. So for millions of years,
For millions of years, living things traveled from one place to another. Animals walked, flew, and crawled across ancient land bridges from one continent to another, carried by wind. To another. Carried by wind, water, birds, and other animals, seeds move from place to place and pollen. For most of the plant's history, the movement of plants and animals happened very slowly. Ecosystems stay in balance because they were able to change gradually over time. And these zebras look cool.
Yeah, so animals migrated slowly. Maybe they'd move a little bit further each year or decade. So they slowly adapted to the new ecosystems as opposed to what we do now. So how do people change ecosystems?
Humans greatly speed up the space of alien invasions. As human populations grew, people needed more natural resources. Eventually, they moved into places where human beings had never lived before. They hunted animals, gathered native plants, and learned to farm. Whenever people settled, they changed the habitat. They changed.
Yeah. And people could move a little bit faster and more abruptly. So, why had plant and animal migration been faster than before over the centuries with humans? What did humans want to do?
The humans, they wanted to migrate to somewhere else, kind of like what animals wanted, right?
Well, they wanted to trade.
Yeah.
They wanted to move goods. So, one of the first, I hiked this one, the Silk Road, and I traveled and walked part of it, and it was a famous road, went from east to west. People wanted spices that maybe wouldn't grow in certain areas. People wanted different goods that came. So people wanted to make money, basically. All right, so go ahead. Let's continue.
Okay, then. Over centuries, people invented ways to go longer distance and to move around faster. When people began traveling by ship, they took animals such as goats, border collies, cats, and chickens with them. They also, that's why I said border collies. They also took seeds of plants they liked to eat. These migrations changed native ecosystems more quickly. Every living thing you can imagine, viruses, bacteria, insects, plants, sea creatures, travels on the same planes and ships that carry people and cargo. Invaders move quickly all over the globe. It is becoming harder to maintain the delicate balance in the world's ecosystems.
Yeah, very, very good. So we can think of how fast COVID went and spread all over the world when we had the pandemic. All right, so why had plant and animal migration been faster than before, according to this part?
Because there were humans and border collies.
Well, maybe the border collies had certain pests on them that weren't native. All right, so what's our problem? We're only going to do two parts of this, and then at the end we'll do the examples. So what's the main problem that we're discussing? Aliens! Yes, very good. All right, so alien species threaten native species and harm their habitat. So what do we think? So we're going to keep reading to find more examples. All right, that's all. So let's keep reading, and I want you to think of all the examples the author uses specifically. So we'll fill in that chart at the end. All right, go ahead. Islands in danger.
Islands in danger. Islands surrounded by water and cut off from other lands are especially at risk. Just a moment.
It's okay.
Until recently, few new species were able to cross the ocean to reach distant islands. Today, any ship or plane that goes to an island could carry an alien invader. Alien invasions can hurt even a large island continent like Australia. And I also want to mention something, so...
Yes, I felt like you wanted to mention
Australia?
something. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Australia and...
Yeah, okay. And,
yeah.
I also want to know, what this animal's name is. I think I know it, but I forgot.
I think it's a wombat. It's hard to tell. It's very small. I think, or is it a duckbill platypus? No, because it's really small.
Is it those things with duck mouths?
Yeah, that's the duckbill platypus.
Oh,
But it kind of looks like, I can't tell here. I'm gonna erase it and see if it doesn't have a tail. It can't be the wombat. The wombat doesn't have a tail. Sorry, I didn't see that it didn't have a tail. It has it's got a interesting rear end, but not. I think it could be, but I don't see the. Oh wait, I think this is the head. I think it's a duckbill platypus.
yeah.
If that's the head. Yeah, it's a duckbill platypus.
A platypus.
Yeah.
Ships
So that's what we call it, the platypus. The platypus. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, when you circled it, part of it got cut off, and I was looking at the tail as if it was the head.
Oh.
All right, go ahead. You were reading? You were saying?
Okay. Can carry alien invaders into islands such as Australia.
Good, very good. All right, let's continue. Go ahead. Aww.
About 200 years ago, Europeans colonized the islands of Australia. They took rabbits, foxes, and other animals with them. They also took cats to kill the rats. And wait, that's a rhyme. And had arrived on settlers' ships. The cats did not encounter any predators, so their numbers grew quickly. And, rabbits also had no natural predators, so the rabbit population also exploded. In 2003, Australia had more than 500 million rabbits. These pests destroy soil, damage farmers' crops, and wreck the habitat of many native species. Furthermore, cats now in 2026 or 2025 or 2024, they have humans as their predators. They also
Really?
and strays also encounter cities as their predators, even though cities are not a living thing.
No, I would just say there are parts of the danger. All right. So let's go to the next example. We'll do all the examples at the end. All right, starlings. So go ahead.
Starlings. Hey, those are really pretty nice. Starlings. You don't have to live on an island to see an alien. You may find one in your own backyard. Nope, I do not have a backyard, and I don't think those are in China. Starlings live throughout the United States, but these birds are not native. In the 1890s, some people in New York decided that it would be nice of all the birds mentioned in the plays of William Shakespeare, decided that it was a good idea to add all of the birds mentioned in the plays.
Import all the birds. Import all birds. Kind of silly, right?
William Shakespeare, a famous writer. They brought in some starlings along with the other birds. The people did not realize the problems the starlings might cause. These aggressive starling birds compete with native birds for food and take over the nests of some species. There are now about 200 million starlings in the United States. And just wanted to say something. If I imagined that I had a starling for a pet, but in the same cage as Mochi is in, then they would probably fight.
Who do you think
Starling.
Who do you think would win?
I think the starling might win because Mochi, he does puff up his feathers like he looks scary, but he doesn't. Yeah, he can't win over a fight. But his jaws are pretty strong. But however, it's just not possible. Due to the starlings being more aggressive than him, and they also might take. And if I had a starling in Mochi's cage, the starling would probably kick Mochi out of his cage. So that's gonna not be nice.
The bee sound.
I don't like it.
All right, go ahead. Killer bees.
Killer bees! In 1956, a scientist brought some African bees to Brazil, in a country in South America. Then some people accidentally released the bees from their hive. Swarms of bees flew away into the forest and probably stung that person. The scientists thought that the African bees would die in the forest. Instead, they bred with local honeybees. The offspring are called Africanized honeybees or killer bees. These exotic bees defend their hives more fiercely than other honeybees. They have stung to death some farm animals and even a few people, and Mochi does not stand a chance in front of these bees.
No, I wonder why. Whose idea was the first time to bring them over? All right, zebra mussels.
Zebra mussels. These are interesting because you can eat them. Well, you can eat mussels.
Okay.
Maybe not zebra mussels, but whatever. Many aliens arrive in the ballast tanks of cargo ships filled with seawater. These large tanks help ships stay balanced. The tanks are like aquariums in the middle of the ship. Well, not exactly in the middle. It's not here, but okay. When a ship arrives in port, it empties its ballast tank. This action releases thousands of worms, clams, snails, and other sea creatures into an ecosystem where they do not belong. Okay. Ballast tank full of water. Ballast tank releasing water. Wow.
So how do they get carried by the ship? How does it happen?
They like maybe when the ballast tank contains very much water, they might just suck the water in. So then there would be like clams and stuff sucked in, and then when you go to the Brazil seawater, you release them, and then the sea creatures that are originally from America just literally got delivered to Brazil. So please take your package full of live sea creatures that are actually in America, not in Brazil.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so that's one of the ways that we could do it. Let's continue. So, go ahead. What happens?
Looks like ropes, whatever. Zebra mussels. Zebra mussels traveled from Europe to the United States on cargo ships in the late 1980s. Huge populations of these mussels live on submerged rocks, concrete, wood, and metal. They sink buoys. And
Buoys. We say buoys. Buoys.
Okay,
Buoys.
buoys, and clog water.
No, it's two syllables. Buoy. It's a buoy.
Buoy.
Like buoy. Buoys. Buoys.
And not boys. Okay.
Not boys. No, buoys. A buoy.
They sink buoys and clog water pipes. They also eat the plankton on which local fish depend. There are so many zebra mussels that it's impossible to get rid of them. The United States now has rules to control the dumping of ballast water.
Yeah. So, how do zebra mussels affect the native fish in an area?
Okay, so here's an example. Like pretend there is a clog. Wait, no, like a blob of zebra mussels and fish nets, and there are also fish, and they are contained in a tank full of fish and plankton. And there were so many plankton, but when the zebra mussels, the fish net with the zebra mussels sinked to the bottom or floated to, or some zebra mussels that got isolated by the others, floated onto the surface. They might like just eat all the plankton. Okay, this is the closest color I can find, and they just eat all of the plankton, leaving the fish with nothing. And the fish would say, "Hey, how rude of this sea creature! This sea creature ate our food."
Okay. All right. So the sea creature. Okay, that's a good way to put it. Oh. So, well, how do you think we can do to get rid of the zebra mussels?
You can. So if you see one, don't just look at it. But, like immediately take a knife or an axe and like get rid of it. Like.
Okay.
Just, try to like crack them open.
Okay. Maybe we could make more recipes with zebra mussels.
Yeah.
All right. The kudzu. I know you know this one about this one a lot. So go ahead.
Kudzu. When people introduced kudzu to the United States, they had good intentions. Kudzu is a fast-growing green vine. The Japanese brought kudzu to the United States to decorate their exhibit at the 1876
Centennial Exposition.
Centennial Exposition in
Philadelphia,
Pennsylvania. Americans liked the beautiful vine of its sweet-smelling blossoms. Many people began planting in their gardens. In the 1930s, the U.S. government hired hundreds of workers to plant kudzu. People believed that the vine would help prevent soil from being washed away during rain. Okay. No one realized that the warm, humid climate of the southeastern states was more suitable for kudzu than that of its native Japan. The vine can grow up to a foot a day. It covers millions of acres in the south. Kudzu severely damages forests. It covers trees and prevents them from getting sunlight. Kudzu vines compete with native plants, or more specifically, they rob their victims, which is weird.
Yeah, they take delight. All right, so we have our 5 examples. So what are the 5 examples that we talked about today? And which one do you think is the biggest problem?
So kudzu, zebra mussels, killer bees, starlings, rabbits, well, European rabbits, all damage the native animals' habitats. But I think the one with the biggest problem is probably the starlings and the killer bees. And then secondly...
What do you think is the biggest problem?
Well, the biggest problem is like the starlings compete with birds and killer bees kill people furthermore, I also think that the kudzu robbing sunlight would also be a problem for plants, because if the kudzu can't make oxygen and breathe in CO2, then probably useless.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So what do you think the solution could be to alien species threatening native species and harming their habitat?
The solution can be like you can use traps to trap rabbits, and when they get trapped, you just let them go. But this time you gotta put them somewhere else, or else they're gonna eat your farm again. Yeah, some rabbits don't have brains, and for starlings, well, just the same thing pretty much, but on trees. This time you gotta put traps on trees.
How could we stop the problem from even happening? I think it's like, how would we stop it from the very beginning?
Oh. Then just probably stop making alien species. Because if you keep making alien species, it's going to just become worse.
Yeah, well, we don't move things as quickly as we have, but that's very difficult. People walk and maybe they pick up a seed on the bottom of their shoe, and then they travel to another country, and that seed grows into a plant. All right, so what is the topic of this science article? And tell about 2 interesting details that support the topic. So what is the main idea, the topic, and what are 2 details that support it? Bianca.
The topic is created the Earth. Two details are how the zebra mussels do harm to the Earth, and how starlings threaten compete with other native birds.
All right. Good. No, very, very good. So those are two examples. Do you think that you have any alien species in your city? Have you read about anything in your city?
No, except for hamsters, because domestic hamsters are probably man-made or something. They're just domestic rats. Yeah, and I also wanted to share this. So I think octopuses are also a very alien-like animal, because due to that they're very smart, but smart animals are usually in the mammal section, which includes humans, dolphins, squirrels. Yeah, I know. Squirrels, cats, dogs. But the octopus, however, is not
I don't know if this is gonna.
a mammal.
I don't know if this. There we go. No, it's not.
It's not a mammal. It's just an animal with no backbones, and it's.
Yeah. So I put
still
this. Remember we
super
learned last time: kingdom, phylum, class, subclass, superorder, order, suborder, family, genus. All right. Oh, that's free. All right. Well, Ivanka, I've got to get ready for my next class.
Okay, just a moment. I need to do a screenshot.
Oh, the Animalia, mollusca, cephalopoda. So remember, we learned about that in the last lesson, about the different orders in the genus.
Yeah.
Or we can call it the genus or the genus. They're both fine. All right. Then have a wonderful rest of your week, Ivanka, and I will see you next time.
Okay, see you next time.
Bye-bye.